Hi everyone. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to quickly translate your banner set into multiple languages using BannerNow. So we have a simple banner set that consists of 3 sizes, and it's already prepared for adjustable dynamic text. By prepared, I mean that inside the editor, we've set different scaling options, so the layout automatically adjusts depending on the text content, whether it's shorter or longer. For example, for the first text field, we've enabled the dynamic height and scale text to fit. This means that if you add more text, the container will scale vertically. Since the alignment is set to middle, it will scale from the center. The second text is automatically positioned under the first one because we've enabled the relative responsive option. That means the second text field is positioned relative to the first text and aligned to the bottom of it, with the vertical offset set to 0. For this text, we're using a fixed container with scale text to fit. So if we type more text, it will automatically scale inside the text box. For the button, we've set dynamic width and height, which means that if we type more text, the button itself will scale based on the content. All right, let's go back to the banner set and add some translations. To add a new translation, click on the drop-down menu, Add Translation. Here, you can select the language you want to translate your banner set into. If you want to add more languages to your workspace, just click the Create New Language link. From there, you'll be able to add as many languages as you need to your workspace. So let's add Italian and Spanish to our banner set. I'll also use AI translation so we can quickly update the content for the banner set. Perfect! We've just created 6 more banners in a few seconds. For the mobile size, you can see that in the Spanish version, the button overlaps the image. To fix this, we could either make the text smaller or edit the layout. I'll go with editing the layout. Right now, the button is set to dynamic width and height, which means that if we add more text, it expands to the right. So instead, I'll change the button to fixed, and then enable scale text to fit. That way, if we type more text, it scales inside the fixed button size. Let's save and preview. Now all translations are automatically adjusted based on the original banner layout. And as you can see, the button in the Spanish version no longer overlaps the suitcase image. Next, let's fix other layout issues using translation mode. You can enter translation mode by clicking the Translate button on the translated banner version or by clicking Quick Edit. Both options open the same panel, where you'll see all the grouped layers. Modifying a value for a layer here will update all sizes in your banner set. Let's say we want to update the button text in the Spanish version from Reserva ahora to just Reserva. We can either manually shorten it or use AI to update it. This is how quickly you can update the text. Now, let's say we want to use shorter text on the mobile version, but keep the full text on the other banner sizes. How do we do that? First, from the left panel, select which sizes you want to edit. We'll exclude the mobile version and update only the 400 by 400 and 300 by 600 sizes. I'll also update the text for the 2 selected sizes. Now, if we will show the mobile size, you can see that the button for the Spanish version is saying Reserva, and the same button for the other size is showing Reserva ahora for both 400 by 400 and 300 by 600. Now in the translation panel, we can see that the value for the button is mixed. Why is that? Because we have 2 different values for the same layer in different sizes. If you want to edit the mixed value, you can simply replace it, and it will replace all the values in all the sizes. But if you want to edit only one size, for example, the 320 by 100 mobile banner, you need to deselect the other sizes first. Then you can safely update only that version. You can even click Rephrase to generate a different variation. Another thing you can adjust in the translation panel is images. For example, you can replace the logo for a specific translation or adjust the position of elements for specific sizes. Let's say that for the Spanish mobile banner, we want to move the button closer to the bottom and make the logo slightly bigger. First, filter only the mobile size and make sure we're editing the Spanish version. Then for the button, click the settings icon. Here we can adjust the position or size of the element. For example, we can move the button 20 pixels down. You can see that the button has moved to the bottom. For the logo, we can increase its size by 20 pixels while keeping the aspect ratio. Now our Spanish mobile banner looks different from the other versions. And if we enable all sizes again, you'll see that we didn't change the main layout. We only adjusted specific elements for a specific size and translation. Finally, just click Save, and all changes will be applied to your banners. And that's it. As you can see, translating and adjusting your banner set in BannerNow is fast and flexible. You can control text, layout, and even images per language and per size, all from one place. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.